Hey y'all, well we're a little bit late on our garden and corn patch, but we just got it planted here this afternoon. We are going to go all no-till this round, right into the lawn, and we just done it all by hand. I mean, me and the daughter planted 6 rows, 32 foot long. Gosh, probably didn't take a half hour. Just put your seed in there about 2 inches, push her back together. I like an old Alice Chalmers no-till planter. This ground it's starting to warm up. We've had some warm days. This is still pretty wet though. This would be way too muddy. You'd never want to. It'd be way too muddy to plow or disc or anything. Rototill, you just, what Grandpa always said, he'd say you're just killing the dirt when you're working it wet. He was right. Yeah, I can remember when I was a kid, man, it's probably 77, 78, somewhere in there. Grandpa had that planter, that no-till Alice planter. He would go right into fescue. Just look like that. He'd just roll right in there. Sometimes they would spray before, sometimes they'd spray after they planted. It didn't matter back then, as long as you had to get your spray on before the seed germinated, and that's what we're having to do here, because they didn't have the Roundup Ready technology yet. But and I think the worst enemy back then was your rodents, moles. There's also called a vole. It's kind of a mix between a mouse and a mole. And I think what they used to do, I can't remember the name of the product, it was cracked. They had cracked corn that had poison on it. And so a lot of guys, what they'd do, they'd throw a few sacks of that, mix that in with the fertilizer truck, or with the dry fertilizer, and they'd spread that field 2 or 3 days ahead before they'd plant. And see, all that cracked corn would be mixed in there. Well, the mice and the voles would come up and eat that and die, and then you'd come in and plant. And it worked pretty slick. We're gonna find out how this does. We have 6 rows in here. Basically, I don't know, 12, 13 foot wide, but 35 foot long, something like that. We're waiting on the spray rig to get here. Those guys are kind of dilatory. Hey, I hear something coming. There he is. There's the spray rig. He's got the Roundup in him. All right. I love it. I could wait maybe 2 or 3 days. You just want to get this done before the seed actually comes up, because I don't have this. They have Roundup Ready sweet corn, but this is not Roundup Ready. We'll be okay. And this ground here is mostly clay based. There's a lot of seepy springs around here. It takes a long time for it to dry up. That's actually good though, because you usually don't have to worry about watering it in the summer. Well, see what this looks like here in a couple weeks. We'll get back with you. We'll see you, folks.